Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new Soulstone survivor video. We are carrying on with the Titan hunt and today it is the Monkey King. We are going to be playing a Slam Earth build with him. He is the expert in both Slam and Earth. We are using his first weapon, so you know that's pretty cool. It is only a +8 for us, so that's okay. And then we're running Endless Refill, Weapon Expert, Reroll Mastery, Multicast Mastery, Synergetic, Divine Legacy, and Dash Mastery, just because the longer dashes actually keep us alive quite nicely. So let's get straight into it. We did actually do a Sigil of Wickedness +1 with the Monkey King with this specific build, which was 840% increased enemy health. But today and everyone else we've been doing on the Sigil of Void, which is 500% HP. So just know that this build can actually do higher levels, but it's a very slow starter and there are much better builds out there. What we're going to be focusing on is actually going to be Broken myself again, and that's because of Shattered. The way that a massive slam works is we actually like to have as many Shattered stacks as possible. So based on the number of Shattered stacks is the damage, and then obviously the damage per stack number is also increased using your damage as your character. So stat wise, we're looking for damage of massive slamming as a stat, and like every other video we are going to be running multicast on everything else, as well as cast frequency. Cast frequency on this one's going to be fantastic because we want to try and get it as much as possible. But let's go. We've got 4 levels, a beautiful Relentless there in the beginning, and now we got Whirling Defense, Prowess, and Resilience with Brutal. So we will have the Brutal upgrades to get as well, but not really looking for that. Although this actually deals a whack ton of damage anyway, so pretty good skill if we do want to have that Brutal buff. Also pretty strong skill to start off with because of just how many stacks of Resilience and Prowess it's going to give us. And that's going to make us just so much stronger. But yes, this is probably going to be the hardest beginning that we've had so far. Or maybe not so far, but it's definitely a very difficult beginning round, just because of how little damage we do. But once we get the Shattered amounts, we should be in a much better position. Also getting rid of our silly Plague Bearer over here first will be wonderful news for us. There we go. So now we don't have to... Oh, that wasn't the Plague Bearer gone. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about poison anymore. And there they are. Now, there has been a problem. A problem. There's been a little bit of a problem with too much XP being on the floor at any given time. So if you have too much XP before you finish the round, just go run around and collect some of it, because it is going to cause problems. I'm not getting what we want. Doesn't give us Colossus though. This gives us Colossal, which we want. We're going to grab the movement speed. And now we're looking for Earthquake, which also gives us Colossal actually. It might be better to grab Shockwave Totem instead of Earthbolt then. Let's do that. We'll see how many stacks of Colossal we can get, and then we'll keep that as that. I don't think we need those for that, but we'll see what happens. So we are slightly changing this, which means that we do get dazed now, which is actually pretty good. Also, every like 10 seconds, it's going to show us that we can use a new yin or yang symbol for our ascension. Doesn't really matter which one you go for, they're both pretty good. The one's just range, the other's melee, and the melee one does have a taunt, so if you want a little bit extra protection, grab the melee ones for that extra taunting. But the extra dash distance does make this a lot faster, which is nice. Alright, cast frequency there. That's going to be good. Life is pretty good. We don't need the expansive. Cast frequency there's good, and more movement speed. And then multicast there. Okay, if we could do more damage, that would be grand. There we go. Once we get the all attack shatter, we'll be in a much better spot. But until then, we have to just worry. Just a little bit. Okay, we don't need to pick up the crystal. Power to resilience. And now what we want is, we don't have a lot of rerolls, but we'll lock that. And I guess we'll go for the multicast in the beginning. So that's okay. There's another big multicast as well. We're actually looking for damage. Damage is going to affect everything, I think, except for this is magical. So we're going to grab a physical damage upgrade, which will give us damage on everything. And then multicast, I think also it's all physical. So the multicast is going to hit everything as well. Okay, make sure we pop those open, take as much XP as possible, because that's what's going to cause us grief. Alright, cast frequency, HP would have been good there as well. And once we level up more and get more rerolls, we'll start rerolling for better gear. But we've already been doing quite a decent amount of rerolling already, so I think we're actually in a pretty good position. Pick up the XP. Resilience to form. So now we've got crit chance and we got dazed. We don't get as many colossal stacks. So actually we have to go back to Earth. I mean, did that matter? We did something funny before with the Scorpion, which was quite fun to have. But it might not matter if we... gives us... I mean, if we get a lower cast frequency or more multicast chance, we could run it. But right now, it's not looking very good for that specific reason. We'll see, we still got time. We need to do Misa Het anyway for the exposed. You can see though, we're starting to do massive amounts of damage now. I say massive, it's not actually that big though. Increased movement speed, we don't need that. I don't need that. Multicast is good. Life is pretty good as well. Are we going to get a green one appear? Are we going to have anything appear? Probably only after we do this. Alright, let's just do this. I didn't really want it to be a boss fight though, because they take quite a long time. But it is just a one void fragment objective, so it shouldn't be that difficult. Gee, I don't even know where this other boss is. He's over here. What are you doing down here? 1,000 stacks of shattered, 2,000 stacks, and then they don't last very long, so the more stacks we can get, the better. And then look, there's a nice big one over there, of course. Okay, magnetic, movement speed, relentless. Ooh, that's good. Damage, beautiful. So we go from 750, 150 to 169, 846. That's pretty good. Some block power is also pretty big there. And it's another boss fight. Alright, so as you can see, not the fastest. It's taken us nearly 7 minutes just to get to this part. But again, it's not the worst either. So you can see that we actually start doing damage at the end or near the end. And the more damage we do, the better for us. There we go. We only had 3 levels that we never picked up, which is pretty good. And then we go... multicast is going to be good here. We'll grab that. And resilience to form as well. Nearly everything gives... I mean, this alone will give us so much form. And this gives resilience as well. We got brittle, we got dazed. We're going to get more shattered now from brokenth player. That's me. Okay, also with the dash mastery now, we can actually dash much further than previously. So you don't have to worry too much about the AoEs as much as you otherwise would have. And we... ooh, wait, I forgot about that as well. But that's not what we're looking for right now. We want shattered. Most of the time we're going to do a broken run again. So we're going to look for the resilience to purity. We do have earth shield as well. And then voltage and vivolt actually probably have 1 or 2 things we're looking for. We'll get the exposed this time from Mizahet. But there is also the sandstorm that we can get from them. And that's really cool. But it all depends on how many colossal stats we can actually get. And it happens every time you collect 35 colossal stats. And if you don't do enough of them, then it doesn't... I don't think it's really worth it. Because we've already got brittle from the earthquake. But it's quite fun to see the different skills and things like that. But now we are applying way more shattered, which is fantastic. And that should multiply our damage a whole lot more. It's nice when you're using skills that don't do that much damage. So that when you do have your end game skill, it deals a whack ton of damage. And it's so nice to see it. We don't need that. That can be gone. Get the laugh. We finally get more rerolls. So we can go area of effect. And for this, I actually want that. I want all of these upgrades. So we're going to take all of them. Cast frequency is good there on the whirling defense as well. 3.6 seconds. And 212 damage. I wonder what number we can get that up to. Obviously, we also got prowess in the build. So that number is going to go up and down a little bit on its own. Pick up all of the XP. Cast frequency. Need to get more movement speed before we fight the boss. So let's start looking for that. Also, a crit is fine because of the form. So we can remove that crit as well. We will land up getting crit chance from earth to slam and slam to earth as well. Okay, cast frequency. This one's a bit bigger. More movement speed. Thank you very much. So generally, if you're looking for cast frequency for every skill, unless maybe it's like an epic or rare quality upgrade or passive, then generally the relentless will be better. So, man, why did the goblin come now? I don't need to fight Mizahet twice. Why couldn't it go when we were fighting broken player? Okay, so there's the critical hit. We don't necessarily need the damage there. It does increase the amount of brittle damage taken, but I don't see that being that great. There's a reroll into damage there, and we gain a third swift. So that's really good as well. Pick up the clone. We're going to be on 12. Hopefully we can drop another 3-star. 3 objective mission or whatever you want to call it. There we go. Lots of juicy XP. And a 3 did drop in the top corner over here, so that's really good. And it's a boss fight, obviously. Area of effect, very good. Damage, very good. And critical strike chance, very good. So there you go. Good reason to not worry about critical strike chance. And you can definitely see a big improvement to our damage now also. And we're still going to get exposed now from Misa Head. Beautiful. And we also got a boss drop. I'm going to take that. Cast frequency, area of effect, damage, more movement speed, relentless, beautiful. Another swift, I'll take those. Swifts are good. Let's see how many swifts we can actually get throughout the run. Seems like we're on quite the roll with the amount of swifts that we're getting. Misa Head, Terror of the Sand. So Misa Head does have two things we can grab. One is the that's literally we get the whirlwind, but again I don't think we get enough Colossal for it to actually be of worth to us, so we probably won't look at getting it. And then see, it's every 50 stacks of Colossal, so it's even worse than I thought. So we're going to grab the exposed rather. It is 20% chance. We are going to go for this for the free XP. Although, yo, talk about it launching us. The monkey learned how to fly. And then we got a decent amount of magnets, so should be quite a quick one. Loads of XP from this though. Holy moly. Alright, let's go level up. So we don't need crit anymore. We get the damage and the multicast over there. We get the resilience over here. Area of effect's good. Cast frequency. Damage increase. I don't think we need movement speed, but we'll take one more. And then we can banish. Yeah, we've got enough. What are we calling them? We've got enough dashes that we don't have to worry about movement speed as much anymore. Multicast chance on the slam to earth, so they're going to get a lot of multicast chance. That's pretty good. More HP, resilience to form, so that's more crit. Armor's good, block is good here. Let's re-roll a bit, see if we can get some damage for our... That's okay. Can we get damage for it? How much multicast chance do we have? Not enough. Crit. Where is the damage? Where is the damage? Damage. Anytime soon. I'll keep you. Damage. There we go. Damage, beautiful. Resilience, cast frequency. I don't think area of effect for the earth shield actually makes much of a difference either, so we'll see. So silent in this place though. Like while we're inside there, there's just silence. I think we're sorted. Oh boy. There we go, some juicy XP for us. There's actually this XP right there that we never picked up for some weird reason. We're going for the resilience to purity. I'm like, what else did we need? I remember seeing something. But not only do we go for the resilience to purity, there's also the fact that we can increase the amount of shattered stacks that we can apply. So this is like a double whammy, having our broken player having so many things. The only problem is I would have liked to have had the good RNG of having our dear upgrade, or the loot goblin being here now, so that after we had this fight we could have had it again. But it is what it is. So lots of multicast is going to be good, area of effects good, crit chance, and then just damage over everything else. Damage over there, relentless. Damage there is fine, it's whatever. Earthquake's damage is also pretty good because of the brittle stacks. The brittle deals more damage, or the damage taken by brittle keeps going up, so now it's on 32. So grabbing earthquake damage is also very, very good. Let's just go do the 3 over here. Instantly healing the damage we just took there. Would have been funny if I lost HP because of that. But there we go. Pretty good. There is sometimes an FPS loss somehow. Somewhere from something. I guess we can go for more form. More relentless. 0.5 seconds on that. 3.6 seconds on this. Let's just check what how many colossal stacks we get immediately. If we get like 50 something, then it's worth going for the Mesa hit again. If we don't, then we'll go for Vivian Vault. So 32 stacks. So it's just not enough. Broken player, say goodbye to the world. Thank you so much. Give me... Do we want it? Do we need it? I don't think we need it. Just gonna grab the shattered. The whole point to this game mode is to deal as much shattered as possible. Let's go for the Volkage and Vivolt. Again, I would otherwise see if you take Earth Bolt over the Shockwave Totem, you do get enough Colossal, because Earth Bolt has a really low cooldown, and therefore it means that you're able to get enough of the Colossal to go with that. So then you can get the Sandstorm from Mesa hit. But because we changed it up and we took a little bit of the Shockwave Totem for the Dazed, we can't use that that upgrade just because it's not efficient. Also, by the way, there's a lot of these things flying all over the place. Like a lot of them. How many shattered stacks do they have on them actually? So previously we were getting over 1,500 stacks. Right now we're dealing so much damage that we can't even get to over 1,000 stacks before the enemy dies. So I think we're doing a lot more damage. I don't know if I want to grab... Do you know what? We'll grab it. Don't know if I wanted to grab Skill Chain, but we grabbed it. Critical strike chance there. Cast frequency. This is going to be interesting because last time we did this, the massive slam actually dealt a whack ton of damage and we nearly hit 1 trillion damage just on the massive slam. But I think because we've got quite a decent amount of brittle this time, I'm thinking Earthquake could be dealing quite a decent amount of damage as well. So we'll see what happens, but not that it matters too much anyway. And there is like no XP on the floor anywhere. Over here, we just got to survive. There are too many 1-star missions right now. I guess that's just bad RNG. Did this one even end yet? No. 3 more. And where are they? Okay, I don't want to activate our ascension because the monkeys are making it a little bit harder for us to defeat things quicker. So we're going to try and just stay away from them so everything runs to us, because there you can see they're taunting the enemies and then the enemies run to them instead of to us. So why is there 3-1 all the way down here? Alright. We have a lot of dodges, so it doesn't actually matter, but it matters. Matters to me. Okay, form, area, cool. Slam, not the damage we're looking for. There's damage, but not what we're looking for. But it's fine anyway. I mean, here you can see we go from 19 to 21. And the thing is, though, I don't know why we still have those. Because we have so many prowess stacks as well, that goes up to quite a large amount. So here we're on 266, right? When we busy, that also makes this build a little bit of a ramp-up build. Because you need the prowess stacks as well. So we'll see how many prowess stacks we get. Or we'll look at the damage numbers. So Brittle's probably the easiest one. It's 23 as we start off over here. And we'll see by the end of it. It was 35 and 356, 358. So a lot of damage over there from that. It's beautiful. And there's more shatter to prowess. I don't know why we actually did this. There was no reason to do it. We were just wasting time so that we could go and do broken for the 5th and final round. I'm going to start off with the 1s, hoping that the game gives us some other things going off over here. We are actually hard capped on form. And now we finally have a huge amount of Colossal. So now when I don't want to look for the Misa Het buff, the game's like, nope, yeah, take it. This is just ridiculous visually, though. Okay, just remember we do have a 3 over there, but it doesn't matter. We're just going to do all the 1s quickly. I do have to go back and pick up the crystal that's there, though, because we don't want too much going off at once. So there we go. Now we got a double 3. It's a boss fight. It's whatever. Funnily enough, I can't see anything on my screen. Something, and I think it's from whirling defense. Okay, we have a lot of levels to go here. So we don't even need more area of effect. Most of the time we're just looking for damage. I think our cast frequency is also in a really good spot. So let's see, do we get damage? I'm actually going to banish that one. Get out of my face. Why is damage so hard to come by? Okay, it's whatever. There is no reason for me not to be able to find damage. Also, there's no point in grabbing that much form. We don't need resilience to form anymore. If we had to make this a dot build, oof, we'd be able to apply so much doom just because of whirling defense. Another build for another day, another problem for that one. We will do that. We'll play a doom build with whirling defense. Where is the crystal? There. Okay, I don't think we need to actually pick the crystals up. the boss drops, we should be fine. There we go. And this is the final fight. How did we get 15 more levels again? I'm just going to grab whatever. It doesn't actually matter because we're not going further than what we need. I'm just planting 15 into the middle. It really doesn't matter. We're going to do so much damage to myself that it's just going to be like an instant KO anyway. So I'm not really worried about the last 15 levels. It doesn't really affect the build too much. And this is pretty much why. And there you go. Done and dusted. So 20 minutes, not bad, not the greatest. We would have gone resilience purity if we were going further. But let me know what you guys think about the build and what you think about the Monkey King. Definitely did a lot of damage, but not as much as I thought it would. Probably because the other skills were taking away from it. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.